I am reading to you today from the writings of St. Teresa of Avila. Consider what your Master, Jesus, prayed when he taught us to say, "Our Father who art in heaven." Why is it that most believers have so little concern to know about the realm of heaven? After all, it is the realm where our most holy Father dwells. Doesn't it make sense, then, that we should want to know how to walk the paths of his spiritual kingdom? I tell you, it is most urgent that you learn the sure way to walk with the Lord. Certainly, your own thoughts will not lead you there, because left to their natural pathways, they merely wander whenever you pray and lead you nowhere. But when we learn about the realm of heaven, I tell you that your whole understanding suddenly comes into focus, and your scattered soul is recollected, so that you experience a wonderful unity of spirit. Let us go on then. You already know that God is everywhere. Psalm 139. Clearly, where the court has been built, the king is in residence. And where God is, there is heaven. Heaven, where his majesty reigns in glory. Now, I would ask you to think on the words of Augustine. He sought God in many places, and finally discovered that he could not find God outside of himself, but within himself. Once a struggling and anxious soul learns this truth, it is life to your very bones, that we do not need to search for heaven over here or over there in order to find our eternal Father. In fact, we do not even need to speak out loud, for though we speak in the smallest whisper or the most fleeting thought, he is close enough to hear us. We need only to find a quiet place without distractions, and to still our loud and rambling thoughts. And then we will behold him in his courts, deep within our souls. The throne on which he sits, a throne of immense value, is your very heart. Do you see the wonderful mystery of it all? That he who could fill 1,000 worlds and more by his greatness is so great that he can confine himself in such small space, that he, being sovereign Lord, longs to bring us to liberty, and that he, whose love for us is so high, has lowered himself to enter our nature. And this you should know too. When a soul begins to comprehend God, he does not reveal himself fully, all at once. Otherwise the soul would be overwhelmed at being so small, so petty a place. Yet it is the royal court of so great a God. Therefore, a little at a time, God enlarges our soul's capacity to comprehend him as he sees the need to do so. I tell you this so that you will give yourself to him, relinquish yourself totally to him, resolve that you will allow him to do whatever he wants with your life. This will bring his majesty great pleasure in you, and he has his own reasons why this type of surrendered life must be so in this present age. Do not be afraid or refuse him the right to take you and shape you in any way he chooses. He will not force us. He will only take what we give to him.